Welcome back to the 3-battle series. We've now moved on to the mountain Gua and we're in the battle of the hands. So the idea of the mountain Gua is like the idea of the tectonic plates that meet, that end up forming the mountain, right? They meet together and then they come upwards from below. So much in the same way, the mountain Gua theory is something that bumps from below. So when it comes to the idea of the battle of the hands, it means to lift the technique, right? Because it can have his guards up, right? And very strong, but if I lift from underneath, you can see it already destabilizes him and takes power out of his punching hands, right? So if he's punching, right, he has his power here, but here, right now it's all diverted upwards and it starts to lift in his spine. And from there, I can take on advantage from there. So plenty of different ways that you can go about this, right? So he comes in, I could kind of like come from underneath like this, where I essentially dig this as far as I can close to that armpit and file my way through. And then of course I can do stuff while that's happening, right? Right? This would be, Fair Lady works the shuttle, or like basic karate stuff you see, right? I can also come from the other side, right? From here, then I can open up from the side here, like that. And he can come over, right? And I can kind of like bonk Sao from Wing Chun and then come over the top. So it doesn't say that you have to stay underneath them necessarily, but just that you lift their power upwards. So they can come in, I lift up, and then can go right down and through. That's kind of the basic premise. I'll give me some shots with that. Right? From here, right, I can throw this as an armbar. So from here, right, I'm not with the armbar just straight down, right? Because if they're on their game, right, they could stop this, right? But instead I can come up and then over. Because the idea of two different forces, right? If you want to push someone, you should first pull them and then push them. Because normally when you pull someone, right, they'll start to resist against you, so you just follow with it. And now if I want to pull them, I'll push them, they'll start to resist, and then I pull them in, right? So the idea of this one, right, you can lift to then go down. So I can lift and then straight down. Just think about it in these type of terms. And if we want to do it like with kicks, right? Right? Bump from below. Because this is the battle of the hands, I'm still using the hands Gua, right? But the idea is that I can use this to bump their attack, right? And then from there, I can just shove them backwards, all sorts of good stuff. That's the basic premise, is that you're trying to bump and lift their power up. Because if I want to, like, if he has his fist out, right? If I try to push here, right? Good and strong. As soon as I push this up, right? No longer strong. So we're just trying to take the force and move it in a different direction. Because if he holds his hand out and he strengthens in the same way that he did before, right? He's strong this way, but he's not strong this way. Strong this way, not strong this way. Strong this way, not this way. Strong this way, not this way. One finger can move it. That's the 4 ounces deflect 1,000 pounds. In this case, we're just trying to uproot them. And talking a bit about like how this will affect their balance, right? The more you lift their power up, the more it starts to uproot them as well. So as he throws that punch, right, I can do this, and from here, right, you can already see he's on his back foot, and if I just move forward, right, he's going to start to stumble backwards. So with this, it all ties together. Bump from below, lift their power up, so their power is taken away, and so is their balance. So that's the idea of the mountain Guas theory, of martial theory, in relation to the battle of the hands. See you next video.